Right. So the situation on the guy who ran me over, I think they really protecting that guy. Real quick, to go off topic for a minute. I remember when I was living with or roommates with Pat, stupid ass. Excuse my language. Damn, I didn't even mean it. I said I wasn't gonna like curse in this video, but damn, y'all. It just I don't know. It's a habit I gotta learn how to break. But anyway, I remember living with Pat, and I started thinking to myself, he slipped up and said something to me that I thought was important before he helped kill James, right? And he was saying how he don't give a shit about the police down there in Florida, how they piece of shit, how he'll do this and that and blah, blah, blah. They can't touch him. They don't have any evidence and blah, blah, blah. The list goes on about um, the South and this and that. Then it struck me weird because Pat said that the reason why they didn't like him, and y'all know I don't really believe shit the motherfucker say, because I see right through him, you know what I'm saying? Not just because I've known him for 8 years, but since day one. I never trusted the motherfucker or liked it the motherfucker or nothing. I just like to come around because the combination of him and James before I knew that he was killing James um, was okay with me for my situation. You know what I'm saying? Just come hang out after work or before work or just the things that he was doing at the time. Like we was barbecuing and shit like that, going out and stuff like that. And I enjoyed him for that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I trust him or like the motherfucker or want to be around him my whole fucking life. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, excuse my language and it's hard for me to explain. But I say all that to say this. I remember when Pat was telling me because he's from the north. Now remember, Pat don't usually identify with the north. Well, I get, but Michigan is considered the Midwest, I think, right? So Pat always he claims Michigan more than he claims Philly. So he's originally from Pennsylvania, but he doesn't claim Pennsylvania. He claims Michigan more than anything. His favorite team is Michigan, everything, right? And so I remember him talking so much shit about the police down there, how they ain't shit on him, they ain't got shit, well, whatever, he just like, but he said one thing that stood out to me, and he said they didn't like him because he's a he's a northern boy. But I said, but you white, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, here in the South, they don't give a shit about that. If you white, you are right, you know what I'm saying? You straight. He was like, nah, bro. Then he started going into a little bit of history, but it was going in one ear and out the other because y'all know, like I said, I don't really listen to shit the guy say. He's a really great liar. He's really good at what he do, man, for real. And he can fake like a motherfucker. And if you don't know, your ass will fall for it. And even if you do know, you still a fall for it. But yeah. And so when he told me that, and I started thinking like, hold on, he might be right though, because the South we all know is racist as shit. But if you from the North, the South and the North do have a history because they had the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? That we know of. And supposedly the North won, so they could be still bitter deep down inside for that. Uh, and so I started thinking that's why Pat took so much joy in killing James when whoever gave him the green light, the okay, whoever powered that, you know what I'm saying, helped back that up. Whoever they are. That's why he took so much joy in killing another white man. You know what I'm saying? Because that white man, James' reputation was from the South. Regardless of what you're looking at, James from the South. He was from Mississippi. That's where he was from. But he was kind of somewhat raised in California because he spent more of his years in California. But he was from Mississippi. But Pat is from Pennsylvania, but spent more of his years in Michigan. So he identifies as Michigan. But that's why he took so much joy in killing James, and calling him a racist piece of shit. So I thought about it. Like maybe this is a northern thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I come up here from day one, everybody wanted to know where I was from, right? And I said it loud and clear, Florida. I'm from Florida. I am Florida. We have 67 counties, 412 cities. I tell everybody that. And so I noticed how they start huddling up around here in Burlington, in Vermont. They start creating their little huddles. Then out of nowhere, at the day center where we be at, they have these fucking they start like first at the shelter place, they started finding just all kinds of motherfuckers off the street and bringing them in there. Just nasty motherfuckers, just sick people, just bringing them in there. But then I don't know, something happened. But then they started finding these gangsters or criminals or whatever you want to call them. Most of them are from New York. You know what I'm saying? They go, they get the New York swaggers. They like for some reason they trying to make the center seem gangster. You feel me? Now, I keep saying to myself, like, do they really want gangster? Like, is this like a call out for the South? Do they really want to go to war with the South, or do they really want to beef with the South, or what is it? Or do they feel protected because of the army in the North is probably giving them the green light to do whatever? Or do they feel that the army that's in the North got more power than the South? I don't know what they thinking. But I remember start thinking about what Pat said, and he was like, because I'm from the North and these, they're from the South. And I was like, oh, so I started. Now, out of all the bullshit he say, I do pay attention to some things. And that was some of the things I was paying attention to. And I was like, Northern, yeah, well, he may be right. They had the Civil War, and the people hold grudges for a long time. So it could be that. Now, here I am, a nigga from the South. Now they got one nigga already up here from the South. You could tell he from New Orleans, or he just like New Orleans so much he try and talk like he from New Orleans. But his accent a little bit says that he's from New Orleans, or he been there, or he lived there or something. But that nigga from New Orleans, most of them are from New York. It's like I don't know what are they trying to do, or what they got, like how gangster they think they are. But as soon as I left there, and because they've been like they like harass me a lot, mentally, a little bit, mostly mental. So I told myself, look, man, I'm trying to stay calm, but y'all trying to push a nigga to do something to y'all. You feel me? Like, but so I just got on my bike and left, and that's when they put the hit on me. I don't know if it came from the center where all the little so-called niggas be that they finding off the streets or whatever, or packing up in there. But that's when the dude ran me over. Basically sending me a message like, nigga, you better watch your mouth, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, like these boys got big nuts. You know what I'm saying? They got big nuts to do that to a nigga from Florida. You feel me? They must feel pretty confident, you know what I'm saying? That the South or Florida will not respond, and which I think that they will, because even though we get killed in our state all the time, they still not gonna take no bullshit from anybody else disrespecting or hurting their citizens in any other state. Because when you do that, regardless of who you are, you're disrespecting the whole where they come from. That's why in California, right? When you see niggas roll up on other niggas and they be like, where you from, fool? Oh, boy, I'm from East Side, blah, blah, blah. Oh, boy, I'm from South Side, blah, blah, blah. Because if you say where you from, and a person harm you or still do something to you after you've made it very loud and clear where you're from, that's like saying fuck you and fuck where you're from. We don't give a fuck about none of that. What's up? That's exactly what you're saying. So I don't know if they understand that, but when a person or any nigga from the South is anywhere and they are disrespected anywhere else other than the South, you asking for war. And that's the God honest truth. You asking for it. I mean, if it ain't been green lighted by the South and everybody else, but if the South ain't got no say so in what happens to one of their citizens, then you are saying fuck the South. And as a person from the South, I don't think it's wise for anybody to say fuck the South. I'm just being serious. And but maybe here, they feel pretty good about their gangsters, their little community, their little hood. They feel good about it. So they feel like they have a squad that's strong enough to where they can say fuck the South. I mean, that's what you're saying. If you run somebody over purposely, in a car who's minding their business. I ain't even thinking about your ass, thinking about, going to the park, see the birds, feed the birds, whatever. And then you run that man over and you know where he's from. You're saying fuck the South. Fuck y'all, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck from out of here. That's exactly what you're saying. In some cases, that could start a war, depending on how the South take it or not. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, and that something stuck with me. And also, I already posted the pictures of where it happened at. But yeah, he fucked me up pretty good though, y'all. But I took that shit like a man, nigga. Like, all right, it's all good. But if I know they wasn't if it wasn't an organized government, like I told dude off camera when I entered the camera, I would have knocked his ass out and stomped him all in the face, y'all. I swear to God, I would have punched his ass in the mouth so hard, I would have made it ugly and dirty. But I know they probably, this their hood. They got shit rigged up. Immediately, the white man he had a few crackers coming to his rescue. You feel me? And all the motherfucker got hit. They going to him. Like having his back and shit. Yo, the police pulled up. I ain't even gonna kid y'all. The police pulled up. I don't know if the police told him this to say this, but I heard him say, he hit you. I'm like, motherfucker, I hit him. He hit me. What the fuck is, I thought the police was telling the driver to tell them that I hit him. Y'all should have saw how fucked up my bike tire was. And I went and got my bike back today. They tried to give me another one, but that shit was bullshit. It was like used bike. They brought me to this warehouse full of bikes on King Street, and they had some beautiful bikes in there, but they was all like, it was something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? I paid $80 something, almost $90 cash for my bike. Yo, not cash, from my car, from my bike, from this bike shop up here, right? And then they hit me. Then look, let me show y'all real quick. You see my front tire? Y'all can't see how wop it was. But even though it's wop, what I did was still stand on that side and stand on that side and evened it back out. But that shit was wop bad. And I was really pissed off, y'all, because I thought I was gonna miss my fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boss had just called me, right? And he like, all right, Mr. White, could you come in for training, tomorrow? I said, yes, sir. I'll be there. And then I said what I said because they kept fucking with me in the day center. Like, they keep putting all these fucking, it's like a crackhead. They're a bunch of federal agents, informants, and they little criminals who they feeling good about, they gangsters and junkies. And they sit around wanting to hear me talk all day. This fucking shit get annoying. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here and get a real job. All y'all do is sit in this motherfucker every day. And every last one of you motherfuckers can work. It get annoying as fuck, bro. But they want to sit around and hear what the nigga from the South got to say. That shit's so annoying, bro. So we sitting around that shit then, but they fuck with me. They do little slick shit. They do slick shit that they know I don't like. And so when I addressed it that day and I got on my bike and left, they put the hit out on me. And then that cracker smacked my ass. Bow! Right at the light. Smacked my ass. If you look at the pictures I uploaded before this video, you'll see the little lines from the side. The reason why I took pictures of the sidewalk, because that's why I was riding on my bike. As soon as I left the sidewalk where the lines turning, where the sidewalk turned into the lines at to get to the other sidewalk, as soon as I touched those stripes and went out a little bit, that cracker smacked my ass. Bow! That boy sent me flying and then played it off like he didn't see me, Of course he's not going to admit it. Who the fuck going to admit it? You know what I'm saying? If I hit somebody, if I hit a white kid riding his bike, you know what I'm saying? But the message is, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm somebody's child too, pussy. You feel me? So how would you like somebody to go run over your motherfucking kids? You ain't going to like it. All right then, pussy. So, but I really wanted to fuck that dude up to make a real statement, to show him how we do it in the South. But it's a part of me that says, don't worry about it, Keytron, relax. The South will respond. So don't even worry about it. And they will be okay. The Heavenly Father knows what's going on. You fuck with me, they will fuck with you. That's how it is. That's how it has to be that way. It has to be that way. You know what I'm saying? You know a nigga from the South, and you know the South don't play that shit, and you fuck with that nigga, you saying fuck the South. Bottom line, bro. If the South ain't tell you to do it, You saying fuck that? You saying fuck him and fuck the South? Fuck all y'all niggas. That's what you saying. Fuck everything, everybody. Your white boys, your niggas, all y'all. Fuck y'all. That's exactly what you saying. That's exactly what you saying. Because that'd be the message. If I was in Florida and I seen somebody from Vermont down there, and and we chilling or whatever, and I knew this motherfucker was from Vermont, and I ran his ass over. That's like, nigga, fuck Vermont. Get your bitch ass out of here. Skirt, boom, knock him off his bike. You know what I'm saying? And, that's the same thing. And so I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy when the South respond. I'm gonna be laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be laughing all around this bitch. Yeah, like Scarface said, send his hoes a little message. They need to be more careful who they mess with. Don't even stress it. If y'all ain't heard that song, go listen to it. It might pump y'all up. It's an old song I used to listen to by Scarface and Nas. And the hook goes, you wet who I want wet it, I wet who you want wet it. Any nigga can get it. It's called favor for a favor. They say it in the background. And then Scarface come on there. He say, you got a problem? Then tell a nigga where he at so I can study his motions and peel his motherfucking cap. Where's little brother go to school at? Find out some more information about that bitch and hit a nigga right back. And then he says, because when it come down something, he said, I'm gonna pull something, send his hoes a little message. They need to be more careful who they mess with. Don't even stress it. And then he said, because your money ain't no good here. That's some powerful shit. When you got some homies or some people on your side that's willing to ride for you and a motherfucker can't pay them off, that's a little cold, y'all. But yeah, that's their money ain't no good here. What? They don't want no money. They want their get back. But yeah, I think they up here right now. They probably feeling themselves and they making a mockery of the South. And I heard them in the shelter saying that they want to see who I'm with, if I'm with anybody. So the people, all those white agents and federal agents and informers and shit that be sleeping in the center where I'm at, they follow me to the same fucking day center, and so all of them be in there. So I think they was collaborating together to see who I'm connected to. So this was like a planned attack by them to see how the South coming, basically, I guess. you know. And I'm quite sure they already got information on me from the South because they already was doing slick shit that only the South know. Only me and the South know. So somebody from the South that got connections that was able to probe Florida for whatever information they got them for was able to relay that messages back to Vermont before they put the hit out on me. And then they did that. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video like that. I don't want to talk too much. I'm gonna show y'all where I'm at real quick. But yo, my knee's still fucked up though, y'all. But my wrist is healing. It's fucked up, and my neck was even worse. That shit was fucked up, yo. My whole left side of my body is fucked up. But y'all know me, nigga. I'm straight. You feel me? I'm straight. I ain't worried about it. I know the South gonna respond. But they got a kick out of it though. But let me show y'all where I'm at real quick. I'm just chilling, enjoying nature real quick. Let me show y'all. I'm out here at one of my little spots. And got little white people over there enjoying themselves. See, I'm out here at the little beach place. It's one of my new favorite areas out here that I discovered. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty nice here. And but yeah, like before I go, y'all, I was mad because my boss had called me in for training. I thought I was gonna miss training, but I still made it. I was in that bitch, y'all. I went to work for the 2 days. Nigga, look. And I was in so much pain, y'all, and I still did a hell of a job. I'm damn proud of myself, nigga. And now I'm not even nowhere near half the pain I was in after that. And I still did a good job. So I'm looking forward for getting back to work Monday and shit. Nigga, my boss cool as fuck, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He cool. He really cool. He a good dude, And I told him about the dickhead who ran me over. You feel me? He ain't white. He he's a New Yorker though. He from New York, you know what I'm saying? And but he all right. I like the vibe so far, y'all. Just so far. Things change. But so far, I like it. I'm enjoying it. And I plan to stick with it. Hopefully I make enough money to go back and buy me a house in my hometown state in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Somewhere down there where I figure it out, be able to move my OG, my family out with me. You know what I'm saying? Do our thing, have fun, enjoy the rest of the little bit of life we got left. You know. Um, but yeah, and so I'm out here just chilling. So I'm out here. I'm gonna listen to the wind. Um, Try to maybe find a spot here that I can listen to the water. If not, I'll end it. And what I'll do is I don't want to lock my bike up over here around these weirdos, but I might try and take my bike with me on the trail so I can record that as well and show y'all. You feel me? But I was told that you're not allowed to bring bikes on the trail. But I'll find me some bushes or something somewhere over there and lock my shit up if that's the case. But I want to bring it with me with my backpack. My backpack heavy. And somehow, y'all, my backpack is destroyed. Look at this shit. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but it just magic. I figured when I got ran over, but it wasn't even that big. Every time I go to sleep in that damn shelter place, wake up, the hole gets a little bit bigger, just like this. You know? So far, these boys up here having fun sending the South a message, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this shit pussy, dog. It ain't like they don't know what they getting themselves into, to be honest. Like they underestimating us from the South. I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. Their shit seem pussy to me. Of course they can get gangsters or whatever, but so far most of the Vermont's toughest soldiers are coming from New York, is what I think. They got one dude, like I said, from New Orleans. Dude, just he one of those loud mouths that's y'all know how that go. But he from the South, so you know that's all right. But most of their people is from New York so far, you know, and I think they trying to build up an army for the South as much as that. Like it's like they trying to get maybe places like Chicago, uh, Minnesota. They could be trying to build up a force because of the South, you know. But anyway, I catch y'all in the next video. Like I said, I'm gonna end this video, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm gonna try to go. This little beach is getting crowded right now, so I'm gonna try to go for a walk and explore that side of the woods. I'm gonna take my bike with me. If not, if I'm unable to, then I'll bring it back. But I'm gonna also enjoy my snacks. Let me show y'all. I got a bag of snacks real quick, so I'm gonna try to smack that real quick before I go, and then I'll be out. But anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe and peace out.